or maybe it came out and I missed it. Have you ever done any kind?
You know, you can go to YouTube and type in the zeros, and you know, there's a lot of live, you know, video songs that we did that are on there.
Okay.
You can check that out. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. And you earlier in the show you mentioned Howard Stern and doing the Howard Stern intro. I think back in '85, and
Right.
I think he played that song. You wrote the opening song and the Zeros recorded it, and that became the intro to his show for really years, right?
Yeah, that was a pretty cool thing. We went to we you know he was on the air, and the story goes, it's in the Names album, the story, but he was on the air, and we were very into his show. We used to listen to his show, and he was, you know, on there talking about how he should have his own theme song. So when we heard that, I said, I gotta write Howard a theme song. You know, the thing is that it turned into something that we thought that would be like a fun thing to do, and he started playing. We went up there to Rockefeller Center where he had the show, and he was on the air. We couldn't get up there, you know, so we had to make up some story, you know, that we were there to buy some big advertising on the station.
Okay.
Because they had to let us up.
Right.
And then what happened was we got up. We didn't know where he was. You heard him piped in through the speakers on the through the floors.
So you knew he was there somewhere.
We knew he was somewhere. We couldn't figure out where he was, you know,
right.
And where it was coming from. So I'm walking through the the lobby there, not the lobby, but where you get out of the elevator.
Okay.
And you hear him on the air. He goes, "Oh, there's Rod Stewart with blonde hair." I remember him saying that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm there, like, I looked over, like, I still didn't see him, and then I saw him. And then what happened was we went over to him. We had the tape, and we couldn't find the door because for some reason I think they had a door where it was like it was kind of weird because it was part of the paneling, you know.
Okay.
So you didn't see no doorknob or anything. There was no entrance.
Oh.
So we couldn't figure out how to get in there to give him the tape. So then it opened up, and the wall basically opened up because there was no door there. It was like part of the wall.
Okay.
It was like really weird. So it opened up, and I tossed this guy the tape. I didn't know it was him, you know.
Right.
We tossed him the package. So next thing I know, we left because we got escorted out because
asked to leave.
The security was kind of like, I guess, worried about us
right
coming up there or whatever. So then we got escorted out. The next day it was on the air, and he played it for the next 20 years.
Wow.
So it was pretty cool.
I have the name CD where that story is in there, and then when Howard made the Private Parts movie, I was hoping, well, that's got to be in there. That's got to be in the movie, and
yeah, well, they called me up about that, and there was some talk about us going into that movie where he was going to be running down the street, I guess, as a Beatle.
Okay, right. A la Hard Day's Night.
Yeah, like a Hard Day's Night, and that was the whole thing about that, where he was going to do it, but it didn't get to that point, and but he played it on the air, and that's what he did with it. So it didn't get to the movie.
Okay.
But, it was a lot of fun thinking about that and seeing if it was going to be part of it.
Yeah. It's a shame it wasn't on there, but it was released as an updated version on the 1993 Names Volume 1 CD. And so we should.
That's right. Yeah. We went on the show with that version, but he liked the other version better.
Oh, he liked the original one better.
He liked the original one better, and that's like a whole cool thing too, because we went in the studio and recorded that. That's the one we gave him, and it just seemed like that had he liked the energy on that one, where it came across more. It came across more like a garage kind of like in your face kind of song, you know.
Okay.
The one that we did, the one that we brought to him on the Naser, that he said that was more of a polished version. They're both good, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's just that They both got their own thing going for them. It's just that he preferred to use the one, I guess you can call it the original one.
The original one. Well, let's play the
Yeah.
one that didn't get played every day for 20 years. Let's do the more polished one that comes off of Names Volume 1 from 93. This is Zeros
Sure.
with the Howard Stern theme song.
HOWARDSTERN. Who's the funniest guy in the world? Howard Stern. Whose face should be on a dollar bill? Howard Stern. Who should be president of the United States? Howard Stern. And who has his own TV show? Howard Stern. HOWARDSTERN. HOWARDSTERN. Who's the guy you want your daughter to marry? Howard Stern. And who's the guy who brings you lesbo dating games? Howard Stern. Who's the guy who should idolize more than Elvis? And who's the guy everyone wants to meet? Howard Stern. HOWARDSTERN. HOWARDSTERN. Whose name should you not use in vain? Howard Stern. And who should you write your last will and testament to? Howard Stern. Who's the life of the party, even if he's not there? Howard Stern. And who's the guy you should pay your taxes to? Howard Stern. What's the show of shows that shows you more cleavage than any other show and has the only show of shows? Howard Stern. HOWARDSTERN. HOWARDSTERN. Howard Stern. Howard Stern. Howard Stern. Howard Stern. One station, understand, with liberty and justice for all. The king of media.
So that was the Zeros from 93 with the updated and a little more polished Howard Stern theme song. Speaking of soundtracks and other things, you've not only done soundtrack work for various movies, aside from Howard Stern, but you also you've acted in movies as well. Is that true?
Yeah, I did some acting in some movies. We were in a movie called Caged Fury.
That was with Eric Estrada, right?
That's with Eric Estrada,
Yeah.
and it was a really cool movie. And they played it on cable. It was on when Showtime and Cinemax and HBO, like a number of times. It was like very popular movie on that station and on those movie channels.
How did you get into acting?
Well, it kind of fell in our lap. I mean, people knew we were in the Zeros, and they wanted us. They asked us who would play, in a movie. Because in Cage Fury, we do a scene in a bar where we're the band playing with Eric Estrada. Looking for. If you see the movie, he's looking for somebody, and he's at the bar there, and there's a big bar brawl that falls, that comes about and stuff like that. So. It was, a big fight scene, and we're playing in the background, and it's just pretty cool. And then we did a couple other movies, and I did some other stuff, and we did we worked with Stib Baders and from Lords of the New Church, the Dead Boys. We did a movie called Tapeheads, and they were in the movie. And I wrote the song for the theme of the movie called Mr. MX7.
Okay.
And we did that, and we weren't in the movie, but I wrote the theme song for the movie. And Sid Baders and Lords of New Church, were in the movie. They played the song in the movie, and that was another thing. And then over the years, I mean, we did some TV and acting stuff like that, and
going
I'm
back,
in a new movie coming out.
oh,
There's a new movie coming out called Final Song.
Okay.
That I mean, I don't know if it's been released yet or anything, but it should be on its way out pretty soon. That's coming out, and
that's a movie you're
acting.
I got a
part in that.
Oh, you got a part
What's
in
that?
it. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Was that? And
yeah.
Do you know who's in that one?
No, not offhand.
Okay.
But I did a movie. I play a rock and roll drunken guy in a bar, which is come out all drunk and stuff. It's pretty funny.
Okay. Oh, I'll have to look for that one.